Hey guys, it's Mateo from Front Row Rides, and today we're here at Phantasialand for episode 3 of Riding Across Europe. I don't know why, but either my phone or my mic bugged out because there was no audio for the first couple of clips, but I'll just tell you what I thought. So after we spent the entire evening at Rulantica, we went and stayed at a hotel, and in the morning we started driving all the way from Rust, Germany, where Europa Park is, to Brühl, Germany, where Phantasialand is. The drive was very long, but on the way we stopped in Luxembourg, and we also did a cool hike. Once we arrived at Phantasialand, we went and checked into Hotel Charles Lindberg, where we were be staying the night. We then walked through the fake check-in bag pickup area to head to the lobby of the hotel. Hotel Charles Lindberg and the surrounding area of Rookberg is themed to flying in the early 1900s, so everything has this old rustic metallic feel. I just found it so amazing when you step outside and you see all this roller coaster track around you. There's literally no other hotel like this, but enough voiceover time. Now we're gonna head into the actual park. And here we are at the hotel entrance to Phantasialand. We're gonna walk in and go on F.L.Y, which is gonna be my 150th roller coaster credit. So excited for this. Look at this test, so cool. What a view. Wow. So the park opens at 9, but all the rides open at 10. So right now it is 9:59, I believe. So we are heading straight to F.L.Y before the line gets too long. Right now it's still testing, and I think it's gonna have riders very soon. Wow. This is the world's one and only launched flying coaster. So it's a very unique coaster by Vekoma. B&M originally started the flying coaster model, but this is a much different, more graceful version with a lot of unique sensations like airtime on a flying coaster in the flying position. We are heading to the entrance of F.L.Y, and I'll see you guys when I get off. The theming here is so elaborate. It's like the wooden, old-time aeronaut. They even have dusty floors and beaten up walls just to give it a more old-time feel. Wow, look at that crazy inversion back there. You get really good views of F.L.Y here from the queue. I just got off F.L.Y, my number 150th coaster, and that was so great. It was really weird airtime because it was airtime in a flying position because we sat in the front row and you get lifted to the back of your seat, but it also has some very good positive G's and one intense helix. There's a bunch of whippy inversions, but they're also graceful, and there's so many head choppers, feet choppers, so many near miss moments. And that's what makes this super cool because it interacts so well with the theming. It's just a great ride, and it's very unique. Especially how in the station you sit down normally and then it goes around to an area where it turns to the normal flying position, but it does it so gracefully. And it's very unlike the B&M flying coasters where they just go to the flying position in the track. We waited about an hour 15 for front row, and honestly I think it's worth it because it's my 150th. And the airtime in the front row is really good. We're probably gonna try the back row a bit later on, but right now we're probably gonna head to Windows because those say 45 minutes, hopefully it's less. There's so many school groups here, so that's why there's so many people, and the park is very crowded. Now we are going on Mouse und Chocolat because the other wait times are super high and it's super hot out, so we want to go cool off inside. We're gonna leave this queue because it's taking a while. It's 35 minutes, and we just saw Crazy Bats open with a 15-minute wait because it was closed for a while. So we're gonna go rush on there before it gets way too crowded. Looks like this is the fairy tale area of this park, and wow, that's a cool castle. Now we're gonna try to find Crazy Bats, which is a VR roller coaster. I actually have never done a VR coaster, so We'll see how interesting this is gonna be for me. There's Crazy Bat sign. So we just did Crazy Bats and that was kind of really bad. The VR stopped working like 2/3 of the way through. So now I just took off my headset and watched the coaster in the dark. The VR, when it worked, it was like kind of okay, but it also made me pretty nauseous. And the VR screen wasn't that high quality. The coaster and the VR matched up, but not always. So it was a little weird. But it was still worth to get the credit. Just not something I want to re-ride. Right now, we're probably gonna head to Colorado Adventure because a lot of the other rides are high wait time and we need one more credit before we get on Taron. Right there is the iconic Chop Us drop, but sadly it's opening later today. There it is, Colorado Adventure. Looking for the entrance of Colorado Adventure is very confusing. Oh, there it is. It's very tucked away and there's no clear signage to it. But we found it. It's 20-minute wait, that's not bad. We just got off of Colorado Adventure and I think that was my favorite mine train I've ever done. There's 3 lift hills, a bunch of dark segments underground, and we sat in the back row. The trains are super long, so we get crazy airtime. It's like a little bit rough at times, but because we're in the back, there was so much whip, and it was overall such a fun ride. Now we're gonna head to Taron. We are here at Taron, and wow, it's so amazing. The track is similar to F.L.Y, where it weaves through all over the area, and there are so many good spots for viewing. The launch sounds insane. It's like a jet engine, so I bet the acceleration will be really crazy on it. There's so many trains on this, but it's still a 70-minute wait on a random Wednesday in June. That's pretty crazy. I'm so excited to go on. I just drove Taron and that was really good. It's an intimate launch. It didn't have any inversions. The elements felt a little boring at times because there was a lot of turns, but there was some crazy airtime moments. We sat in the front row and we saw everything, so it was really nice. And the theming was great, especially the launches. The launches were the best part of the ride, and then the airtime moments. Overall, it's a great ride, but I think F.L.Y is still a tad bit better just because it has better theming and also the ride is a bit more intense. Right now, we're gonna get food, so we're heading back into the Taron area and we're gonna have some German flambe, so we'll see how that tastes. So right here is our food. It's like a very thin flatbread with mountain cheese, bacon, and sour cream. So it's a traditional German food, and I'll tell you guys how it is after I finish eating. That was a good meal. The Flammkuchen was very good. It was made fresh, and it was similar to a pizza, but didn't have any tomato sauce, and it had only a couple of toppings, but it turned out very good. So right now we're gonna go ahead to the kiddie coaster. Here it is. The queue looks to be 30 minutes long, so we're gonna try the single rider to see if that's any better. So I just rode Reich, and that actually surprised me. It is a family boomerang coaster, and they're normally very chill, but that one was actually kind of intense. Like the first turn, I was sitting in the second to back row, so it did pull some G's. I am very dehydrated, so that's probably why felt more intense than it was. It was actually still a great family coaster, and when we were climbing the backwards lift hill, we did see Taron, which was pretty cool. Right now, Chop Us has finally opened from its long downtime, so now we're gonna go check it out real quick and see how it is before the line gets way too long. You know it's popular when the wait time is already 60 minutes. Wow, I think we're gonna go do something else. Within like 10 minutes, Chop Us went from 60 to a 75-minute wait, so we're gonna try to head to Mouse au Chocolat, which we tried to go before and decided not to. So now we're gonna finally do it, and this time it has a 5-minute wait time. Here we go on Mouse au Chocolat. look, it's cheese. Oh wow, I actually won. So we just got off the mouse all chocolate, and that was actually pretty fun. It was a shooting dark ride, so I did it one hand while holding up a phone. But I still managed to get 103,000, which I beat my entire group. So now I think everybody wants some ice cream. So I got the dulce de leche flavor, and it was only €2.10. So it's very cheap ice cream. That was very good. Look at this cool dragon on the way. I wonder what character that is. Never seen him before. Right now, we're gonna go to Winja's because it finally dropped down to 20-minute wait time. Apparently they have a really cool element towards the end. I haven't seen any spoilers, but I'm pretty excited to check it out. Let's go one of them. I don't know the two sides, but we're gonna see which one is better. Wow, that was very beautiful. Here we are, entrance for the Winja's. I don't really understand the theme, so if any of you guys have been here and understand it, tell me down below in the comments. I think this is where the force and the fear splits. We just got off both Winjas, and both of them were actually really fun. Both sides are similar, but they have their little differences. One of them we did starting forward, one of them we did starting backward, and they have a really fun element. There is a seesaw element where you're going in the dark inside, and then you stop for a second, you lift up like a seesaw would, and then continue on the ride. It also has an elevator lift, so it's a very unique ride. So overall, I think it's a pretty underrated pick. But right now, we're gonna head to Talocan because it's on a short wait time, and then we're gonna try to go to the indoor drop tower. Phantasialand as a theme park in terms of land isn't that big, but it's so crazy how they manage to fit so much things in such a tight spot. So it feels so much bigger, even though it's not really that big. There is Talocan. It's a top spin flat ride, and I actually haven't been on any of these before, so this is gonna be my first time. And I am gonna get spoiled because this is apparently the best one there is. Has some crazy effects, and the ride is also super intense. So I'm very excited for this as well. Looks like it has a 10-minute queue. That is not bad at all. And here it is, Talocan. I just got off Talocan, and I think that was the most intense ride I've ever been on in my life. The fire in the water was crazy, but when it was spinning and turning around, I was so intense. The ride was so crazy. It was like push you back to your seat, and it kind of squished my lower area, so that was not fun. I'm so glad I did it because it just looks like the most craziest thing ever. I'm so surprised how intense that was. But it was like a work of art how when it was spinning and fire in the water. Now we're gonna head to the indoor drop tower. Here we are at Mystery Castle. I'm pretty sure this is actually an intimate drop tower, so I think this is a very cool one. But we'll see how it is. Here it is, Mystery Castle with only a 10-minute wait. Not bad. We just got off Mystery Castle, and now we have 7 minutes to run to Taron so we can get in line before 6. But Mystery Castle was so much fun. It was an all dark, and what it did was it had a first launch halfway up, then dropped you slowly, and then shot all the way back up, held for a little bit, then dropped back down again. That was really fun. It was like very unique because you had no clue what was happening. It was all pitch black. But right now, we're going to try to get to Taron real quickly and get our last ride, hopefully in the back row. I just got off Taron for the second time, and that was awesome once again. We wanted to get back rows, so the front row line where you can queue separately for front row was closed. So we wanted to go to the back row, so we asked the guy if we can go back row. He said no, he wanted to get the trains out, and then he put us in the front. So I wasn't that upset. The launches on Taron are really good, and while it doesn't have that many airtime hills, the hills that it does have are very good. My favorite one is the last one, where it's the twisted airtime hill, because you go airtime and then super quickly, twist to the side. That was a great ride to conclude our great day at Phantasialand, but it's not over just yet. Right now, we're gonna go to our hotel at Charles Lindberg, check in, and then we're gonna go get our 3-course meal. And after that, we will get to explore Rookberg in the night. So here is a quick room tour of our little cabin at Hotel Charles Lindberg. So this is us, D79. There's 2 beds in 1 cabin. One on the left, one on the right. Even got us this little cool goggles so you can pretend to be an aeronaut. But right here is a place to put your luggage. Up here is a towel area. And then here is the bathroom. You have a sink, toilet, and a really nice shower. Right here, some rooms have a nice view. Ours sadly doesn't gotta have a view of the road, but we have a nicer view out in the front of the door. So if you just walk on out, you open this door, and bam, you can see right there, F.L.Y, and then in the back, you can see all the rest of F.L.Y. This is our hotel room. I don't think it gets any better than this. This is truly a dream to be this close to a crazy roller coaster. I forgot to film this part, but after we checked into the hotel room, we chilled inside, and then we went downstairs to the hotel dinner. Craziest bathroom sink ever. You have a pedal and just drips from this bowl thing. I just finished eating dinner at the restaurant in Hotel Charles Lindberg, and that was one of the best meals I ever had. For an appetizer, I got this pasta dish. It was okay. It was like still pretty good. Wasn't really sure what it was. It was like a pasta dumpling. For the main course, we had my favorite meal, salmon burger. Had like some mango, some sweet, and it had a spicy mayo to it, and it was honestly like one of the best burgers I had in my life. It was just so perfect. And then for dessert, we had this ice cream with chocolate wafer thing and some fruit jam almost, and that together was really yummy. So dinner here was amazing. And now we get to explore the entire area nicely lit up. This is so cool, exploring Rookberg at night. The track of F.L.Y lit up with blue lights, and a little bit of purple and some red. It just makes this entire area so beautiful and nice to explore. And then without the actual crowds and wanting to get to the next ride, you could truly enjoy all the theming that Rookberg has. Like, look over here, the details where they're expanding the terminal, where you could see there are shovels and maintenance stuff and pulleys in order to build the airport even more, because this is themed to airports when they first started. How the track weaves through the area looks even better at night, because you can see the track nicely lit up, and there are so many great photo spots. Right here is the restaurant that we ate at. It's called Rookberg. We sat right at the table behind there. Some of the things I didn't notice is that there's actually a blimp station right there. There's also a giant train up on top of the launch on F.L.Y. I did not see at all when I first came into this area. You can see the continuation of the building theming. Looks like there's a pickaxe, a bucket, and more cleared out area. The most steampunk looking thing in this land is this crazy truck that looks old but almost a little modern at the same time, and it is pulling some equipment for digging more of this gravel out. I've explored the area of Rookberg for almost 30 minutes now. So right now I'm gonna go walk through the different cabins in the hotel to see if there are any other views from higher up or places that the path doesn't have access to. So it's getting much darker and later. I'm probably still gonna explore the different hotel areas, take some more photos with the unique lighting. I think this is the point where I wrap up today's vlog. If you're still watching, I just want to say thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Helps my channel out so much. And make sure to check out my other vlogs from this Europe series. And I think that's it. I'll see you guys in the morning for another great day at Phantasialand. Goodbye, guys.